My name's Jasper, and this is my second channel. Feel free to check out my main channel down below. But this is a channel where I post daily videos answering people's questions on how to grow a digital marketing agency using the GoHighLevel software. I've built my own six-figure agency over the past few years, and I still manage clients to this day, so I'm in the trenches with you. And now I help others for free to grow their own agency. And for context, the Zoom call recordings you'll see in these videos, I do every day for free for my GoHighLevel affiliates and just answer their different questions. If you want to be a part of these free Zoom calls and work with me directly, you can read more about how to get access to that down below.
What I wanted to know was I hate cold calling. I don't think I can do it. What are the other options?
So at some point you'll need to talk to people, obviously. It doesn't have to necessarily be cold calling where you're talking to them like for the first time over a cold call. But at some point, most of the methods that we found work require you to pick up the phone and call the business at some point. It doesn't have to be the cold call. It could be you've sent them a message first on Facebook. They've said, sure, I'd be interested in checking out a website that you built for me. Just like I was talking with Emmett about earlier, it's like you can send a DM on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn and say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, we built you a website. Would love to show it to you. Is it cool if I send you a quick link? Sorry, I'm getting the hiccups. And then from there, they say, sure, send it over. We'd be interested to check it out. At that point is when, in my opinion, you need to pick up the phone and try to call them and find their number on their Facebook or on their website or wherever you can find it on their Google profile. Call them up. And that's where you're really going to like book people in is going to be through calling them. It's very rare that you can just DM somebody on Facebook Messenger back and forth and get them to book because they have no idea who you are. They've never talked to you before. It's tough to build trust until you've actually talked to somebody on the phone and they've gotten like to know who you are at least and hear your voice. That's when they'll start to trust you more. Even then, they don't fully trust you yet, right? And then you jump on the Zoom call with them next and try to sell them, and that's where they can kind of see your face, meet you face to face over a Zoom call. So unfortunately, there's not any like great way to like just make sales on autopilot with this business where you can just like get clients coming in and they're just like paying directly without ever talking to you. You're going to have to jump on sales calls eventually, which are like Zoom calls like these with your client, with your potential clients. And then preferably before that, calling them up at some point after you've messaged them or after you've sent them an email and they've replied to an email. You can post in Facebook groups. So Facebook groups work pretty well. Facebook groups like, let me show you really quick. Let me pull up Facebook. I'm probably gonna have to log in here. Let's try this. I'll show you an example of a Facebook group post that works well. So I'm gonna have to type in this code real quick. Okay, I think I'm in. Okay. All right, so let me pull up an example post that I've made in a few different groups, and it's worked well every time. So this is the group right here. They're like local town groups, right? And I'm sure you guys have these in the UK as well. And you can join these groups. And this one's called like Life in Idaho Falls. It's just like a town group of the town that's like close by to where I live. We have 92,000 members in this group. So it's a very big group, a lot of people. It's very active. People are posting, hey, I lost my dog. I think that's what this post is. Search party. Yeah. Lost dog. Good recommendation on microblading eyebrows. Look at this, cake or whatever. People selling their, custom goodies, just different things like that. Mainly, just things going on in the town. Businesses are allowed to promote themselves and the stuff that they sell. And so, what I like to do in these groups is I like to go through and make posts like this. So this is one that I did earlier this year. I said, for my Idaho Falls business owners, do you or anyone you know need a free website? No strings attached. All I ask is to feature your business in one of my YouTube videos. so I can show the process of how we helped. Comment below or PM me if you or someone you know could benefit from this. If you don't do YouTube, that's fine. You can just, instead of saying feature you in a YouTube video, you can say all I ask for is for a positive testimonial from you if you like the website that we build for you. So just something simple like this. And what happens is everybody wants that free website, right? Everybody starts raising their hands in the comments. I'm interested. I have this type of business and we would love a website, would love one, sent you a DM, all these people have now reached out and they have raised their hand saying, I need a new website. I'm a business owner. I need a website. And I only promised to do one free website, right? I didn't promise everybody a free website. And so I'll pick one of these people and I'll do a free website for them, like I promised. We're not being dishonest here. We are going to do one free site for one of these people. But now we have 20 other people here that we can reach out to and we can send them a message and we can say, hey, I saw you commented on my post in the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group, and I wanted to let you know we already picked another person to do the free website for. But since you commented on my post and it sounds like you guys really could use a website, I'd be happy to do a website for you for a discounted price. And so you maybe give them a little bit of a discount. You can discount the setup fee that you charge for them. And anyway, this is the kind of a good strategy where you don't necessarily need to cold call. You get people raising their hands saying, I'm interested. You message them, you book a call with them, and then you meet them over a Zoom call. So this could be one that could work well for you. And I don't know too many people in the UK that are using this. A lot of people in the US are finding really good success in our communities, but you might find some really good groups like this in the UK that are in your local area. And I'm sure you'd get similar results, unless people in the UK are just like very standoffish or whatever. But I think it would work very similar. Even if you just got a few comments, that's still a few hot leads of people that need websites that you can reach out to. And so, anyway, that's the strategy that could work well for you if you don't like cold calling. But there are others, right? There's sending cold DMs, sending cold emails. You can send cold text message. You can do cold walk-ins and give them a gift. Walk into businesses in your local area with a box of donuts and say, hey, we built you guys a website. I have it here on my laptop. I'd love to show it to you. I also wanted to give you guys these donuts here just to, show you that I care about your business and really want to help you guys out. I looked into your Google profile and saw you didn't have a website, so I threw one together for you real quick. Can I show it to you? And you sit down with them right then and there and show them the website. And for every 10 cold walk-ins you do like that with a box of cookies, you can land one client from just 10 walk-ins. So it's like very, very effective. It does require driving around to different businesses, so it does take more time than like a cold call would, but it's still very effective. Then Facebook ads can work, but you also have to spend money in order to run ads. And so I don't think it's the best like first strategy to use. I would rather go with some of these free ones, like the Facebook group one here that I just showed you, and then posting content on social media, like making an Instagram or Facebook account, posting helpful stuff. That's been like the number one driver for business for me is making YouTube videos and posting on my social media channels. That's gotten me more clients than anything else that I've ever done of any of these things. So I know not everybody loves doing social media and putting themselves out there like that, but it's a really good skill to learn to like get comfortable on video and make videos that help people out. And in return, you'll get people reaching out to you that'll say, hey, we need a new website. Saw that you're the website gal. And we want to see what it would look like to get a website done for our business. So anyway, those are the different methods that you can try out. And I'm making this video and kind of going in depth on each of these. So that video should be published this Friday or on Monday at the latest. So you can check that out on my YouTube once it's done. But hopefully that gives you some ideas of like some other strategies other than just cold calling.
Has anybody tried Upwork? Does that work?
Um, I I've had a couple affiliates ask about it. I haven't personally tried like making my own Upwork profile and posting my services there. A few other affiliates I think were going to do it. I don't know what ever happened with that, but I mean, Upwork in my opinion is more where people will go to find like cheap labor. They're looking for somebody from like Africa or whatever that can build their website for $100. They're not looking for anything super high quality. Well, they do want high quality, but they want like cheap cost. And what we offer isn't necessarily like super cheap, right? We're charging thousand, $2,000, $3,000 setup fees plus, 100, 300, $600 a month. But you could try it as like an entry and say, hey, we'll build you just like a few page website for this price. And then you can try to like upsell them on, hey, we have this software as well that we can hook into your website that'll nurture your leads. We can hook up an AI chatbot, voice assistant, all these other things. We can make a calendar system on your site for direct bookings from your customers. So you could maybe try like an entry price of like, hey, we'll build you a website for 300 bucks, and that can be like a draw to like hire you for the website. And then once you get them on a call or whatever, you try to upsell them into one of these higher like monthly packages. So that could be an approach that would work. I would love to see you try it out. It doesn't really cost anything to make a profile on Fiverr or Upwork. So make a profile, say that you do websites, and see if you get any hits. And I'd love to see how it goes.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. If you want some more in-depth content on how to grow your digital marketing agency, you can join my free HighLevel Quest community down below. It has my full 7-hour course on how to get your agency fully set up and go high level from start to finish.